Hey guys, it's Marion from Building Bulletproof back again. I've got some little tidbits I wish to pass on today. The first one is what I would say is the easiest way to build somatic trust. What is somatic trust? And why does it matter if you have back pain? Classic reminder for me today was a patient, of course, they're always my greatest teachers, who has been in pain for 10 years with their back and has completely lost confidence in what is okay to do and what isn't okay, has been to many therapists, has had multiple pieces of advice, as happens when you see many people with many opinions on your health. Everyone has a different lens, everyone has different pieces of the puzzle. But what I think is really important is to always run it by your internal reference point. Does this advice feel safe to me? Because no matter how great the advice is, no matter how great the movement prescription is, if your body doesn't feel safe as it does it, you won't get the therapeutic benefit of the movement. And I guess this is one of my pet peeves with applying strength work too early in someone's rehabilitation journey. The nervous system isn't safe, and then you're asking it to load. And usually it rejects that load if there's pain involved. So, how do we build this somatic trust? And what does it even mean? It's a fancy word, but damn, it's important if you have back pain. If you have pain of any type in your body, you need to learn what it is. And I'm going to dial it down and try and make it really simple for you. I use terminology, green light, amber light, red light movements. If I'm doing a movement and it feels good in my body, then I call that a green light movement. If there's pleasure associated with the movement, our nervous system relaxes naturally. It feels good, it feels safe. To me, that's my internal guidance, my internal system saying, yes, please, I want more of that. Sometimes green light movements, if you do too many of them, become amber and become red. So there's always a limit. The repetitions are important. You may do 6 repetitions of a green light movement, and then all of a sudden you're like, ooh, okay, it's not feeling so good anymore. Great, stop. Probably should have stopped 2 reps before it. And if you move slow, you'll always get catch that escalation early, at which point you can simply retreat and stop. Think about green as good. Then we have amber light movements, which are kind of tricky. They're not red. And let's talk about red first. Red is just, I do this movement and it hurts. So it's pretty simple to say, let's not do that movement. Let's not do that movement, and let's specifically not do it in the same way you've always done it if it's hurting. Sometimes with red movements, we can figure out a way to achieve the movement in a different way, which takes it from red to green. But that takes a little bit of an attuned eye, and it takes a little bit of external guidance. And what I'm trying to teach you is basically, without someone around, how you can start to trust what's safe and what isn't safe for your body. Amber lights are tricky ones for me. Something either hurts or it doesn't. That's kind of straightforward. But there's this whole spectrum in the middle, which is, I think, where people get a bit lost. They're like, oh, I'm not sure, I'm not sure. And it's very, I totally get it. The rule I use is, let's say I'm doing a movement and there's a little bit of an ache, but I'm not sure if it's bad. I'm not sure if it's something just needs to stretch out. I'm not sure if it's going to build. Well, then basically I will stay with the movement. I'll slow it down. I'll be exceptionally tuned into the sensations that are arising. I will notice, am I holding my breath? If I relax my breath, does that change the movement, quality and feel? If I go slower, There's some subtler sensations that I can pick up, which are going to give me more clarity about whether this is safe or unsafe. If I shut my eyes, can I feel more? And in the feeling of more, does the decision become clearer about amber or green or red? Or if I simply just cautiously do that movement up to 6 times more, does it become obvious? If it's an unsafe movement, it'll build into red, at which point you've got your information. If it's something that's tight that just needs a little bit of a loosen up, usually the amber will just drop into green and you'll go, oh, yeah, okay, that's actually feeling better and better the more I do it. And there's your information. Then you know that movement is safe. I have to be a little bit cautious with it. I have to move slowly, but ultimately it's loosening the system and the system is relaxing the more I do it. And this concept is how you get to know for you what's okay. And also you get to know how many repetitions of something is useful to you. And I think that's really important as well, because that can change day to day. If you're having a tired day, something that you can normally do 10 of, you may struggle to do 2 of. And if you're listening and tuned in as you move, your body will tell you, and you just then, here's the kicker. Then, then you have to respond to what you're getting and honor it. If you're getting a signal that something is red, you would be, maybe you wouldn't, I am eternally gobsmacked at how a patient will say to me, it hurts, but I keep doing it anyway. I, I just don't get that. I don't get why we have this beautiful system. Everything in it is saying, stop, don't like it, hurting, and the person in it keeps going. I don't know if it's misinformation. I don't know what the person's hoping they'll achieve by pushing through. Um, Maybe it's a sense of I'm tough, I can. Well, guess what? Your body doesn't care. It's going to find a way to stop you if that's a dysfunctional thing for your body. Your body will disable you. It'll pop, snap, crack. It'll do something to escalate the pain so that you get the message loud and clear. This is not a good movement for you to be doing. I hope that helps a little bit. Maybe it throws up some more questions for you. And if that's so, just put it in the comments, shoot me a message at hello@bulletproofbacks.com and I'll create a video response to your question. But let's start using that language if you're unsure, green, amber, red. I think it makes it simple, certainly helps me communicate with clients, certainly helps me teach clients that they're responsible for their movement prescriptions based on what they're feeling in their own bodies. If they are relying on me to tell them how much of something to do, how far to take it, what load to apply, then we are asking for problems. The ownership of your movement experience is you. And you can have really great movement experiences once you know the rules of the game. And that's what Somatic Trust, green light, red lights, stop lights are all about. Hopefully, next time you're driving and you see the lights, you'll be like, ah, I remember this video. I've got to practice that. It sounds so easy. It sounds so simple. And honestly, it is, but it's not simple and easy if you've been practicing the opposite for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years of your life. It's a really hard thing to unwind if your default is to push into pain. I hope this helps. Take care. See you in the next video.